What up, y'all? How y'all feeling? Hope y'all day going great. Mine's is it's all right. It's all right. It's going good. No, I'm just playing. It's going great. It's going great. Um, oh, excuse me. I want to speak on customer service. It's gonna be kind of lengthy because I want to tell y'all a story. I want to follow through on something. So recently, I just moved. I told y'all that I just moved, got an apartment, right? So I went to go see the apartment, and I went to go see the apartment. So you know how usually they take you to the apartment, show you all the amenities of the apartment complex and all this stuff like that, and just give you like a basic what they about or whatever. I ain't get that. So the lady showed me my apartment real quick. Boom, boom, boom. This you. Woo, out the bam. We just gotta fix some stuff up, do this and do that. All right, cool. So I move in, and I didn't know, like, I didn't know that was real. Like, you're going to like different parking lots, and they say there's private parking lot, or unauthorized vehicles will be towed, and they tell you like who gonna tow it and all that stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, whatever. It shouldn't have been a big deal, because if it was, the lady at the office would have told me. So the first time I parked in the parking lot, they towed my car because I ain't had the sticker in my car, in the windshield, whatever. It was sitting on the dashboard. So they gave me my car back free, right? I didn't have to pay the toll. So it was like, I would say, I'm not going to even say a week. I would say like 2 or 3 days. They told me again, talking about I was double parked. So I had to call one of my coworkers to come get me, to take me to work. I only live down the street, so it's like 10, 15 minutes. Not even that, like less than that. So she come get me. So I'm calling these people, calling them. I called them like 4 hours straight. So finally, they give you different channels where you can go through, or you want to talk to this person if you know their dollars extension, blah blah, skippy woo, all that stuff. So I end up pressing customer complaint or whatever. They finally pick up. I'm like, yo, how y'all 24 hours? I've been calling y'all for like 4-5 hours. You know what I'm saying? And she was, gave some lame excuse or whatever. So I'm telling her like, yo, I think y'all got my car again. You know what I'm saying? We talking. She like, yeah, you were double parked. I was like, double parked? Like, bro, I will go into Walmart and take up like 4 parking spots just because I don't want nobody parking next to my car. Like, I done had somebody bump my car, and my paint is messed up on my bumper and stuff. So like, I double park. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'll double park. But in the parking lot, I noticed like don't nobody really park in the parking lot. It's like 100 and some parking spaces in this parking lot, but only like, I would say 20 to 30 cars park in the parking lot. Everybody else park on the street. I mean, I ain't think nothing of it. I'm like, shit, I live here. You shouldn't be taking my stuff. And plus, the first time you told me just put the sticker in the window. Cool, fine. I know how to follow instructions. I followed that instruction. All right. So we good. So I'm asking her like, yeah, why y'all? Oh yeah, you was double parked. I said, double parked? I said, ain't nobody in the parking lot. Like, I got 2 spots if I wanted to, like, for real. I said, if I wanted to park sideways, it shouldn't even matter, because don't nobody park in the parking lot. Everybody park on the street. So I'm trying to figure out, for the life of me, why does it matter if I double park? So I'm like, so basically y'all just stole my car. That's what you did. So she like, oh no, she like, I say, y'all, this the second time y'all done towed my car for no reason. I'm like, bro, I just moved over there. I'm like, I ain't even been there for no month. I just moved over there. So how's y'all steady towing my car? She like, yeah, the first time you ain't even pay for it. I'm like, okay, so since I ain't paid for it the first time, you gonna tow it the second time to get it. What is this, a get back? I said, now I feel like y'all harassing me. So, she was yelling at me. I'm like, ma'am, I'm not even yelling at you. You yelling at me like I told your car. You know what I'm saying? I should be upset. I'm the one who should be upset. I had to fit your ride to work today. Like, you got my car for no reason. So this lady proceeds to put me like in mid drive. She put me like, hold please, and just put me on hold. Oh, I hung up instantly. Took a vehicle from work and drove up there. So I get there. When I pull up, they got the gate. They locked the gate, but they got the gate open. So the NIGGA in me, I ain't gonna lie, was like, go get your shit. So as I proceed to get out the truck to go get my shit, I thought about it like, okay, if I go get my car, how I'm gonna get this truck back to work? I can't drive both, and if I park my car, they're gonna go get my car and replace it back over here. So I'm like, okay, I mean, scratch that idea. That was a bad idea. I should have brought somebody with me. Whatever. So I go to the office. Ain't nobody in the office. So I go outside and I'm looking in their garage. And I mean, I see somebody, but then I see this lady cross. So she go into the office. So I'm waiting for her. I'm like, hey, you know, you got my car. I'm just trying to get my car. And she like, yeah, it's such and such. I said, and as we talking, I'm like, y'all have some rude people that work here. I'm like, she like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? And as I'm talking to her, she kind of getting slick at the mouth. She kind of getting a little spicy. So I'm like, okay, you got my car, ma'am. I wouldn't even be up here if it wasn't for y'all having my property. Like, this car it ain't no lease. It ain't no rental. It ain't got no note on it. It's paid, baby. You got my shit. My name on that. Nobody's else's. So you keep taking my stuff. So that's why I'm up here. I should be upset. But I ain't yelling at you and I'm not disrespecting you. So I was like, and we talking, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and take my car. So she was like, you can get the police to come get your car. What? Like, okay, since we bringing the law into it, all right, cool. So I leave. I'm on my way back to work, and someone was like, just go to the office and talk to them. So I slide to the office, to the leasing office, and I'm talking to the manager of the leasing place that I just moved in. I'm like, yo, these people just told my car, and I'm not even talking nice now. I'm upset because these people got me effed up. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to change my life, give my life to the Lord, and these people testing me. So I'm talking to them spicy, but I'm not like threatening them or nothing. I'm just heated. So they getting the butt end of it. So she instantly get on the phone and she calling the supervisor, and she telling them, as I'm talking to the lady outside, she talking to the man on the phone, and she telling them, I'm like, they rude as hell, you know what I'm saying? Woo out the bam, they talking to me all kind of crazy and stuff like that. When they took my car, and now I feel like y'all harassing me because I didn't pay the first time. So he like, okay, the manager talking to the supervisor to the manager like, tell her I'm finna have a meeting right now to go up there and get her car. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I go back to the my job, and I tell my coworker that picked me up, like, yo, can you take me to go get my car? So we go get my car, and I just want to say, this is my dark skinned friend, and y'all know how dark skinned people is. Like, they fuck what Drake talking about, 0 to 100 real quick. This lady is 0 to 1,000 real quick. So I picked the wrong person. But today she on her P's and Q's, whatever. Shout out to my friend. Love her. But so we riding up there. We park. I go in again, same lady. So I'm like, yo, I came to get my car. I tell her what car it was again. I'm not even talking to her like crazy. I'm still talking to her like, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, no, you know what I'm saying? Yes, ma'am. All that stuff, please. Thank you, all that stuff. Because that's how I talk. Like, I don't care who it is. Even on each end, you know what I'm saying? If I'm the customer, I'm still talking like that. If I'm the doing the service, I'm still talking like that. So I'm talking to her, and she like, it's 2:18. I said, no, ma'am. My manager to my leasing office just called y'all supervisor and said to give me my car. I said, so you might want to call your supervisor. No, I ain't calling the supervisor. You call that number right there. I said, ma'am, I'm just asking you to call your supervisor. No, you can call that number right there. And we going back and forth. I said, ma'am, this ain't no argument. I said, why am I calling your supervisor? I said, your supervisor told my lease. I did with my part. I'm asking you to call your supervisor. I know the dude name because she never said the name. I heard her say it, but she never told me his name. So I proceeded to tell her the name. It was the wrong name. She was like, we don't got that person that live here. I said, I don't know who, what's his name, but I know it's a couple of names. So I yelled out a couple of names. So she's getting spicy again. I'm like, what? Why did you doing all that? Like, you doing all that for no reason. I said, you. So I get on the phone with my leasing manager. No, before I get on the phone with my leasing manager, after I told her, I'm like, man, we're not going to go back and forth. Just call your supervisor so you can release my car. I got, you know what I'm saying? I got to go back to work, whatever. So she was like, you can call the number. And she proceeded to slam the window because it's like a window dividing us. She slammed the window and then goes and locked the door. Sweetheart, you got to be effed up if you think I'm finna lose my job over you losing your temper and being unprofessional. So I get on the phone, I call my leasing manager, and I'm telling her what just expired. Like, you know, she talking to me spicy. You know what I'm saying? She did some very disrespectful stuff, slammed the damn door in my, the window in my face, and then locked the door as if I was finna come in and attack her. I said, I just want my car. I'm not trying to be doing all this back and forth or nothing like that. I asked the young lady to, you know, call her supervisor, and, you know, she refused. So she, on her cell phone, talked to the supervisor. So I'm watching the lady through the window because it's a window. So I'm watching her, and her supervisor called her. I see the supervisor calling her. So she like, yeah, she said she was going to take the car. If I was going to take the car, ma'am, I wouldn't even came in here. I wouldn't have came in here. I would have just went and took my car when I had the opportunity to take my car. I said it, yeah, because I was upset. At that time, y'all had been yelling at me, snapping on me, and disrespecting me. So I was like, I'll just take my car. So she get up and leave. She leave out the little office. And she had somebody else come tell me, like, yeah, you could just go to the gate and get your car. Ooh, out the bam. No, bring her back. Because you just did all that extra stuff. You just did all that extra stuff. And now you got to give me my car again for the second time for free. And this ain't no gloat. It was just how you treated me. Because you don't know who I know. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what. You don't know what could transpire. Like, we got people walking into churches now. Joel Osteen Church just got walked into with a lady with a 5-year-old kid and shot in the church. Like, you don't know where my mental would have been at for you to act like that. That glass window wasn't gonna save you if I had a gun and I pointed it at you and shot your ass in the back of the head. Like, y'all gotta think sometimes. And what drove me to that, because I was upset. I was for real upset. But I was like, I'm not finna lose my temper because she lost her temper, because they're gonna be quick to be like, oh, she's angry and she's an angry black person. No. So I was like, I'm gonna keep my calm, I'm gonna keep my cool. I'm gonna let you overreact, and now you in trouble. Now you gotta explain to your supervisor and your boss why you acted like that when you could have just did what you was supposed to have did. Because the first time I went to go get my car, the lady, you know what I'm saying, called her supervisor and got it straightened out. So why am I calling your supervisor to get your half of it straightened out? I don't understand that. But anyways, I got my car, went on and left, dipped out. But it just goes to show you, like, these people out here, like, y'all don't care about life. You don't care about your life. Like, I can easily find out where you live at. But I'm not on that. Like, I promise you, I ain't on that. Like, I let that go. But it's just like, our customer service is horrible now. Like, y'all just be talking to customers as if the customers need y'all. No, you need the customers. If we don't do business with you, you don't have a business to have. You're not making no profit. So your ass gonna have to go back into the workforce and work for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I feel like I'm so humble, because I used to walk around with an attitude and when I carried, that brings your that attitude way down. Because when you're carrying by yourself, you're outside in the world by yourself. So it's not like your supervisor is, oh, I'm just gonna call my supervisor. and he right there, or they right there. No. If I call my supervisor, I gotta wait damn near an hour for my supervisor to get there. Ain't no telling what can happen in that hour. So I feel like this. I'm in your neighborhood. I'm in your territory. I need to respect you as this is your shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's how my attitude went down a lot. I don't even get excited. I don't talk. I mean, I get excited, but I don't talk to people crazy like that, because I remember when I was carrying, like, bro, people, like, I'm serious. People had guns in the mailbox, you know what I'm saying? It would be shootout. It was one time I was out there with a carrier. I was a supervisor, and I went to go do street supervision just to check and make sure he was good. One block over, they was having a shootout. Like, they had did a whole drive-by, and we're walking. We walking. I looked at him, he looked at me. We kept walking. But it's just crazy because any little discrepancy, it can immediately turn the opposite way. So I'm light, and I ain't saying kiss nobody ass, because you ain't gotta kiss nobody ass. But watch how you talk to people. Watch your tone, and watch the words that you say to people, because that it can easily be just that. You know what I'm saying? I could have easily, when she slammed that, locked that, you know what I'm saying, pulled that window back, I could have put that window back and, you know what I'm saying, grabbed through and slapped her ass. But I wasn't on that. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get my life together. I didn't cuss her out. I didn't call her no names. I didn't get upset. I didn't get upset because I knew. I'm like, gee, I'm going to get my car regardless. However I got to do this, I'm going to get my car. I didn't have to pay. And that was 2 times. Like I said, I'm not gloating. But if I would have been in there acting a fool and acting, I would have had to pay. I would have had to pay, and they probably would have called the police on me. Now I got to explain to the police why I'm up here. Now I got to explain to my boss why I'm not at work. You know what I'm saying? Doing my job, what I'm supposed to be doing. And I got, you know what I'm saying, I'm driving around in the car acting crazy. I mean, driving around in the postal vehicles acting crazy. Like, I'm not going to jeopardize what I have going on in my life to cuss you out because you made me feel some type of way temporarily, for a temporary feeling. I'm not going to do that. So I kept my peace. I kept my humbleness. And at the end of the day, you looked it like a fool. She looked it like a fool. And it's going into another story. If we were that type, if we were that type of people, like, we just had an instance in my job where one of our doors was left unlocked. It was supposed to be secured, but it was left unlocked. And we had a straggler, a homeless guy, sleeping in our men's locker room. So, you know, excuse me, we have doors on the outside that we can lock, but we can get to the outside public. But the outside public can't get to us. So we in our little section of the building, and we think it's safe. Well, this man got into the safety part of that building. And it's like, bro, this man could have did. Luckily, he was just asleep. Because he was in there for like 3 hours before we found him in there. And it was like, luckily, he was just sleepy. And he was thirsty. And he didn't do anything to us. But if we had a bad stigma over us where our post office was doing something bad to people, and I know some people are upset that we can't do what they want us to do at certain times, whatever. That man could have came in there and shot us up, killed us off, because we ain't got no weapons in there. You know what I'm saying? He could have came in there, wiped us all out. Nobody would have knew until all the rest of the carriers and stuff came in. Or he could have waited till they came in and killed all 200 of us. We never know. But it's just like, watch your tone and watch your mouth when you talking to people. And practice on your customer service. You know what I'm saying? If you want your business to thrive, and I'm talking about black people too, because black people, we good at, you know what I'm saying, talking to people crazy, because we got our own business. You can't talk to people crazy and expect them to, you know what I'm saying, support you. And then it's, oh, well, black people don't support black owned. Yeah, we do. But at the same time, you're not finna talk to me crazy. And this lady wasn't even black that was talking to me crazy. But you're not finna talk to me crazy. And I don't care what color you is, you know what I'm saying? But I do like to support black owned businesses. But just like any other racial ethnicity, you're not finna be talking to me crazy. Like, if you talking to me crazy, I can take my dollar somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Just like at the post office. You know what I'm saying? They come in there and they want to mail something off. If I'm talking to them crazy, they not going to use the post office. I don't get paid. That's loss of revenue. And we don't get money from the government. Like we're not government supplied. They don't give us no money. Every piece of everything that we have in the post office, we buy. Due to y'all, to the customers buying stuff, buying stamps, boxes, mailing stuff off. You know what I'm saying? If we snapping on our customers, they not finna do business with us, and then we losing revenue. So it's like you need to humble yourself, because we all need each other. That's the whole point of the story. 20 minutes to tell y'all that we all need each other. But at the end of the day, man, you gotta watch your tone, how you talk to people, especially when you talking to another grown person. For real, I'm grown as hell, you grown as hell. We need to be talking to each other civil. I don't understand how these grown people are raising these kids. That's why these kids so messed up, because these grown people messed up. Y'all talking to each other crazy like that. And I don't know where the loss of disrespect came from, or the loss of sense. I'm going to say loss of sense. Where the loss of sense came from, because you was only down in your house for 2 years. It's like after COVID, everybody just, you know what I'm saying, disrespectful as hell, talking to each other crazy. Like, bro, I'm going to need you to go back home and get your sense. Or I'm going to need you to go on ahead and ask God for some more. Because the way y'all be talking to each other, or the way we be acting amongst each other, there's no... You know what I'm saying? If we in the stores or something like that, people ain't saying, excuse me, pardon me. You know what I'm saying? Can I please get by? Please. Thank you. All that's out the door. Like, where are we going? Like, we just a pack of wild animals. Like, we cavemen out here. Like, we ain't got no manners. But at the end of the day, if you serving somebody, talk to them like you got some sense. That's all I'm saying. Well, not everybody got common sense. I mean, but somebody need to not. Don't be that person that get that sense knocked into you. Don't be that person. Don't be that person, and stop thinking people are inferior to you, because nobody's above or beneath you. Everybody can get knocked out, or you know what I'm saying. Everybody bleeds. I'm just say that everybody bleeds. So be careful how you talking to people, because you don't know what day you catching them on, how you catching them. You know what I'm saying? You might catch them on a bad day, and they might do something to you that you really don't want done to you. You be laying up in the hospital, or your ass gon', you know what I'm saying, wake up at talking to Apostle Paul. To prevent all that, just talk to people like you want to be talked to. You know what I'm saying? Show respect. It's nothing to show respect. And even when somebody having a bad day, I look at it like this. When people start snapping on you and you ain't did nothing to them, they having a bad day. It ain't you. I guarantee you, if you call them tomorrow, you see them tomorrow, it's just, man, you called me at the wrong time. It just, so much was going on. You called me at the wrong time. I apologize. And that's it. That's all that got to be done. We be in this motherfucker talking slimy to each other. Like, why you hate me so much? Why you don't like me? What did I do to you? I don't even know you. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to talk to each other like that, but just know that people are out here doing crazy stuff. It's easy for people to get guns and shoot people up. I'm not saying I'll do it, but it's people that ain't in their right mind. They wake up on the wrong side of the bed, and ain't no telling what they might do, and ain't no telling what might trigger them to do something. So just be careful how y'all talking to people when you got a service going on, and understand that if they don't buy from you, then you don't have a service to have. You don't have a service at all. Period. You know what I'm saying? People could take their money elsewhere. Ain't nothing on this earth, no idea ain't been duplicated. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of stores. Jewels got plenty of chains. It's a Tony's down the street. It's a Walmart up the way. You know what I'm saying? So I can easily take my dollars somewhere else. I ain't saying I was there, but you get the point. You know what I'm saying? You get the gist of what I'm trying to say. Just be cool, people. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we do have bad day. Step back. Take a couple of... woosah, you know what I'm saying? Rub them ears together, woosah. Take you a 20-minute bathroom break if you need to. Get yourself back together, because, man, you don't want that put on you. You don't You don't want that put on you. And you don't want nobody to do nothing to you that shouldn't be done. You know what I'm saying? You don't want nobody pulling no guns out, smacking you, or wanting to fight you, put their hands on you. That's kid stuff. We grown people. Act grown. You know what I'm saying? I like to act crazy every once in a while, but you know what I'm saying? Get your crazy together, you know? And y'all be good out here. That's all I really had to say. You know what I'm saying? Get your customer service up. Practice on that. Go home and practice on that. Practice that with your husband, your wife, your kids, your family, your mother. I don't know who. But practice on that. And you know what I'm saying? Start loving each other. I tell everybody, I love you. You know what I'm saying? I love you. I love you. Because I do. We don't hear that enough. And when I say that to people that, you know what I'm saying, I'm not related to, they kind of look at me funny. It takes them back. I do love you because that's what God put me on this earth to do, is to love everybody. You know what I'm saying? Love your brothers and love your sisters. So I love y'all, and y'all be cool and be safe, y'all.